Hi, I'm Anna Vocino from Eat Happy Kitchen, and today we are making barbecue chicken nuggets. Low carb, baby. All right, let's get started. First of all, I have some chicken here. I'm using chicken breast, but you can also use chicken thighs, just double the cook time. You know, chicken thighs take a little bit longer to cook. These chicken thighs here, I'm not gonna do anything to them just yet, but I've already cut them into like kind of, what's it called? Chicken fingery, chicken nugget kind of size pieces, 1 inch strips, 1.5 inch pieces. And the first thing that I'm going to do is to take my beloved, and I'm making these recipes so you guys know how to use the spice mixes, because a lot of you guys who are watching this video have already pre-ordered or ordered your spice mixes, and thank you so much for supporting. I can't wait for you to try them. The barbecue dust is incredible, and I designed it where all you have to do is put it on the meat and then cook the meat. So we're gonna do something a little bit fancier. I think kids will like this. There's a little bit of warmth in the barbecue dust, but it's not super spicy. There it is, so cute. Taking my little spice spoon. I'm just gonna dust these guys. You can dust them pretty good. There's a lot of flavor in there. Probably about, you'll wind up using maybe like a tablespoon or two. I'm not gonna do an egg wash with these. I'm gonna do a faster coating because you know I've been focusing on the easy weeknight meals. I'm gonna flip these and dust the other side because I wanna make sure these are full of flavor. So, easy weeknight meals means we wanna get this stuff done quickly. And by the way, this is something you could make for the kids and with the kids and feel like they're eating something yummy. So I dusted those on one side. We're gonna dust the other side. You might have to do this in 2 stages, but I always do this stage first. I always dust the chicken first. Boom, boom, boom. Delicious, delicious. You might want to be a subscriber of this flavor because you might go through it. I put it on ribs, I put it on chops, I put it on steaks, I put it on fish, I've put it on potatoes for the other people in my family who eat potatoes. They enjoy this very much on potatoes, so if you have carb eaters in your household, which a lot of us do live with a lot of carb eaters. Oh wait, there's a little one that didn't get. Cover it, cover it. Now, here's the part where I say you might want to do it in stages. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and heat up a couple tablespoons of olive oil in this pan. Get the heat going to like a medium heat. By the way, my hands are already messy with the dust. I use the Primal mayonnaise. I'll link to it down below. I use the Primal mayonnaise that uses avocado oil. I try to find mayonnaise made with avocado oil or olive oil, or you could make your own at home. I have a recipe in my first cookbook for homemade homemade mayonnaise. Hello. And you're gonna wanna make your own or use one with a nice oil and not the kind of seed oils. Here's what we're gonna do. In order for these chicken fingers to take the coating, which we're gonna use almond flour today, you're welcome to use pork rinds, put some mayonnaise in one of these because we're gonna be touching chicken and then touching the mayonnaise. So put some mayonnaise, maybe about 1/4 cup, into a little thing. I like to use a pastry brush. We're brushing, meanwhile our pan's getting hot. One more time on the flip. So now you have some deliciously dusted chicken pieces, and now they're coated with a nice Primal mayonnaise. One day maybe Eat Happy Kitchen will do a mayonnaise. And right here I have my almond flour, and I'm gonna put in about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And of course, don't forget, you gotta have your baby whisk. You gotta have your baby whisk. Gotta get your baby whisk. Gotta get your baby whisk. So I'm whisking that in there, and let's start to get these things coated. Now the coating, the almond flour, or if you want to use crushed up pork rinds, you can do that. Or if you want to use some combination of like flax meal, or even folks like to use ground up Parmesan. So far these are dairy free until I make the ranch dressing. That's definitely getting hot. You can do the sizzle test and see that things are starting to sizzle. And spread my oil around there. Spread my oil! Okay. I'm just gonna lay these in the pan, and they're gonna start to fry up. And so I just kind of do these in stages. You're probably gonna take a couple rounds of cooking these. Remember that almond flour can burn. So can pork rinds, really. So you just kind of wanna be gentle with the cooking heat. Since these are chicken breasts we're using, they're gonna cook at about half the time as chicken thighs. I like to repeat myself with facts because people don't listen the first time. Of course, you can double and triple this. For chicken breasts, about 4 to 5 minutes per side, depending on how thick those chicken breasts were, if you butterflied them a little more. And chicken thighs should take about 8 to 9 minutes per side. They just take longer to cook. The best thing to do with chicken is just to take one out and cut it open. And if it's not done, put it back in and finish cooking it. You can use a meat thermometer, but I don't know why you would for chicken nuggets. And I will say that this will start to get very hot very soon. And I actually like to add a little bloop of olive oil as you go along, a little drizzle. Keep your olive oil away from the heat of the stove though, because olive oil is very delicate. You know, I like my Villa Capelli olive oil. I always use Villa Capelli. I'll link to them down below if you haven't heard of them. They make the best olive oil on the planet, and it's from Puglia, Italy. And I have it on repeat order. They make the best olive oil on the planet that tastes so good. Like, it tastes so much better than a grocery store olive oil, but it's not super expensive like the really bougie expensive ones at stores. So big plug for Villa Capelli. And you can kind of see overhead here how it's starting to fry up. My stove is the kind of stove that is like, it's kind of warm or it's blazing hot. I'm still, after a year of having this new kitchen, figuring out the nuances of this stove. So if that's the same way in your house, just keep an eye on the heat, up and down, until you get like that perfect medium-high heat. And these guys are gonna start to cook, and we're gonna flip them maybe another minute. So about 4 to 5 minutes per side. Okay, I've magically reappeared with a plate and a paper towel. It's crazy how that works. I'm gonna go ahead and start flipping these. Actually don't need the plate yet. Ooh, look at that. These are starting to get a very nice little color on there, and they will get an extra nice color because the barbecue dust will kind of shine through as it does. But we wanna get these cooked all the way through. And you want to turn this gently because almond flour and pork rinds both can just completely cake off. You can already see that one wants to crackle. Don't be afraid of a little extra olive oil. And also let's turn down the heat because we don't want to burn the almond flour. You don't want to burn the pork rinds. Whichever one you're using, just be mindful of that. And again, this is a great dish for the family just to make weeknight easy meal. You make these chicken nuggets, I serve it with a side salad, or you can roast them. Bacon broccoli is perfect. Brussels sprouts and broccoli. You can make the cauliflower mash, and you feel like you're having like a really decadent meal, and it's very easy to make. So we're gonna let these finish cooking, and I'll deplate them. Is that a word? Yes, totally a word. I'm gonna de-escalate the heat in this chicken nugget situation. Always have a baby whisk. If I could teach you anything, my sweet, sweet happies, it's to have a baby whisk and a mini whisk. I don't have the mini whisk out. You need a mini whisk and you need a baby whisk to make your kitchen life complete. Trust and believe. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's a pretty nugget. That's a pretty nugget. Do we call them chicken fingers? Do we call them nuggets? Chicken fingers is dumb. Like, we know that's stupid because chickens don't have fingers, but chickens also don't have nuggets, but they are nuggets of chicken. I'm not going anywhere with this. I'm just gonna take all these off. I think they're pretty done. Now, I like to dip these in the ranch dressing, like I said. I like to serve these with vegetables or a salad on the side. Also, I know this sounds crazy, but I've also dipped these in the Eat Happy Kitchen marinara. And if you want to take it up a notch, when we have the spicy marinara available, it's so good you can't stop eating it. I'm obsessed with the spicy marinara. I can't wait for that to come out. But if you're watching this video later and we have the spicy marinara available, definitely check that out. We're gonna make our ranch dressing while this, look, I'm drizzling a little extra. We're gonna make a little ranch dressing while those remaining guys cook. So we have here our ranch dressing fixins. I'm just gonna go ahead and, even though I'd use a cutting board for this, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this lemon in half. The ranch dressing is made from, what we're doing today is my Dill organic ranch seasoning from Eat Happy Kitchen. So we're gonna start with about a cup of sour cream, which most sour cream, if you buy in these giant things, that's 16 ounces, a cup is 8 ounces. So you can eyeball it and do half of that. There we go. Also what you need, mini spatulas. I love these things. They're so precise. Use them all the time. Should we flip these guys? I think we should. Yes, that one really wants to get burned. There we go. Oh, Lord. We're gonna do 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Now this is a smaller lemon, so I am gonna see how much that yields. Yes, well, that's a tablespoon. That's a juicy lemon. Okay. And then we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of the dill ranch seasoning. And that is, by the way, be careful when you open, because you don't want it to floof. Beware the floof. And that's my technical term for the spice poofing everywhere. I'm gonna do a flat tablespoon in a cup of full fat sour cream and a tablespoon of lemon juice, and it makes pretty much the best ranch dressing you've ever had. I'm going to gently stir this at first because you don't wanna fly the spices and the lemon juice out of the way. Oh, it smells so ranchy and good. Ooh, I love it. Okay, we're gonna plate this. It's super simple. We're just gonna do our chicken nuggets, which hopefully have cooled in time for me to eat them. We'll put some chicken nuggets on here. Super easy peasy. And take that off the heat, because that is done. Ranch dressing is done. By the way, this is for a dip, and you can see that it is the perfect texture for a dip. You want to turn this into a dressing, you just add whole milk to it and thin it out. You can even do a little bit, a tablespoon at a time of water, and it will thin it out into a dressing, because the people do love their ranch dressing. But I use it as a dip. But it's the same thing. Oh yeah! I'm eating chicken fingers, y'all. And they're low carb, they're gluten-free, they're with ranch dressing. It's so delicious. I take giant bites. I have to remember to take dainty bites. The barbecue dust on there, this thing is perfectly seasoned. It's not spicy, it's just warm and barbecue-y and nice. And then you dip it into this cool ranch. It's really good. You don't miss the carbs, you don't miss the flour. I'm Anna Vocino. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, please subscribe, please do all the things. This recipe will be at my Substack at annavocino.substack.com, so go there, subscribe there and print it out. It'll be there for free. Thank you for supporting the spices. Thank you for supporting everything that I do, and have a great day.